Hello students, welcome to your biology class, and this year I'll be taking a biology subject. Hope you will accept me and you'll enjoy the class. And I hope you all are enjoying the home environment with your family. At the same time, you're preparing your all the notes and all the online classes chapters also. So before we go to start the class, let me go back to your previous class of biology. The first chapter which we have studied in previous class was, I think, cell, and you all are comfortable with the chapter cell. That is the structure of the cell is given here. Cell organelles, unicellular organism, multicellular organism. These are the things. I'll not go back to recap whole chapters, but I request you all to go back at least once before you start this cell cycle, cell division, and the structure of chromosome. So, how to prepare a biology? Before you go to start a biology chapter, the thing, whatever the diagrammatic part is given in biology, you should draw in a very colorful way so that it attracts while studying and give you a very clear picture of the diagram. And before we start the new chapter 2, this previous year's chapter which is studied, that was about the cell, and basically we'll be discussing with the plant cell and animal cell in this session. So this is the diagram of animal cell. I just wanted to show you this picture because here the animal cell, the safe or the structural part of the animal cell is somewhat around here, and the plant cell you'll be finding in a kind of a rectangular shape. Okay, this is very much important to note down the shape of plant and animal, because you should not be confused with the plant cell and animal cell diagram. Clear? Okay, let us go back to the chapter, that is the chapter 2 in your this session, that is cell cycle, cell division, and structure of chromosome. Now keep in mind, here you will be studying a 3 different topic which is related in the chapter. Number 1 is cell cycle, number 2 cell division, and number 3 structure of chromosomes. In this chapter, cell cycle, what is a cell cycle? Here, now go back again, recap the the explanation of the cell. A cell is the structural and functional unit of life. You got it? Cell is the functional and structural unit of life. So this unit, when divides, when doubles, then that unit is increasing, and what comes, the outcome is the growth. For the growth, cell division is required, and for the cell division, a cell has to undergo in a cyclic manner or a cell cycle. These two topics are related and you have to study. Now basically in this chapter, here it's given a types of cell division. Remember, it is a process by which one single cell gives rise to 2 or more cell. It is a division or a growth. Then we have 2 types of cell division, mitosis and the meiosis. So now before we go here with the meiosis, let us come to study with the mitosis process of cell division. A single cell, how it divides, how the division takes place. After the division, the output is a growth. Now here you have studied about the plant cell and animal cell. We'll be discussing about the animal cell. You have gone through this, all the cell organelles inside the cell, and these cells, how it divides to make a two daughter cell. We'll be studying that one. Now here in the cell cycle, phases of cell cycle you study first. Cycle means you have already studied, you know what is a cycle means. A cycle means a round. That means you have a bicycle. A cycle means when you pedal it, the position comes to the same, and the cycle means it moves around. So this is called cycle. Here in this phase, in this cell cycle, when a cell is comes out, then the cell goes to a different function and different changes. So what are that you will be studying this one. So this is the mitosis and interphase. A cycle is given here. Number 1, G1, S phase, G2, and then it goes to the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Revise again. This is the cycle. When a cell comes out, cell has to go first in a G1 phase, that is rapid growth and metabolic activity. Centrioles replicate here, first phase. Then cell goes to the another phase, that is called a S phase. What happens here? Growth and DNA synthesis. And then third phase, it goes to the G2 phase, growth and final preparations for division. That means if a cell comes here, then cell has to go to the G1 phase, then the S phase, then the growth phase, G2 phase. Now after these three phases comes under what phase? Interphase. And after completion of the interphase, this G2 phase, the end part of the interphase, it goes to the mitosis process. And this mitosis process has again 1, 2, 3 phases, that is PMAT, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So here first, after the G2, when the metabolic activity centrioles replicate, then growth and DNA when they synthesize, and then growth and final preparation for division is done, then it goes to the first phase, that is called prophase. Then it comes to second phase, that is called metaphase, and then comes to anaphase, and then telophase. Now here you have to understand, you have to learn what happens to the shape and structure of the cell in the prophase stage. Then after the prophase, what happens to the cell organelles inside when it goes to the metaphase? After the metaphase, then the anaphase, and the end part is telophase. So after this telophase, then the cell goes to the cytokinesis process, that is a division of cell. Let me show you the cytokinesis. That means when you go to study all these phases, you have to draw all the diagrammatic part one by one. What happens to the first phase, what happens to the second phase, what happens to the third phase, and the fourth phase, that is prophase. Here show you this one. Okay, just a second. Biology cytokinesis. So what we have done here, we have understood now cell cycle. A cell goes to a first G1 phase, then comes to the G2 phase, then comes to the mitosis process, and then lastly it comes to the cytokinesis. That means division of cell into two daughter cell. Now look at the picture diagram here. Let me show you. This is very clear to understand, I think. This one, okay. After the interphase, when the cell goes to the G1 phase, S phase, and then G2 phase, then it goes, after completion of the process in the interphase, it goes to the now mitosis phase. Mitosis phase, it has got a 4 different section, that is a prophase, and then comes to the again it's given here sub, it's a metaphase, anaphase and telophase. One more point is given here, pro-metaphase is given here, that you should know what happens in a pro-metaphase before going to the metaphase. So after interphase it goes to the prophase, then metaphase, then anaphase, then telophase. But here you will be looking here one another, that is a pro before the metaphase entrance. So now when the cell goes from here, from the prophase to the metaphase to the anaphase, it elongates, it becomes long, and this, in this situation what happens, the cytokinesis process takes place, and that cytokinesis is a cutting down of making a 2 different daughter cell. That is how you look the picture here. It looks somewhat like this cutting. It makes a furrow here, and ultimately after the cytokinesis, what you got? You got the 2 daughter cell. That means the cell divides into 2 daughter cell by the process of cytokinesis, going through the interphase and coming to the prophase. And then what? Just recap again. You have to remember this: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. This is what the topic is about: cell cycle and the cell division. Okay, this is all about cell cycle and cell division. Tomorrow we will be coming with the new topic with the same chapter, that is structure of chromosomes. Thank you.